Hello everyone. So I'm going to do this take again. I just tried to make this video, but I ran out of room on the storage card. In this video, we're going to kind of spin out all over the place, but it's okay. Good stuff. So I was talking with a friend, and we were talking about the book Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and I was talking about the communication. No, it was talking about the appreciation that men and women used to have for each other, and somehow turned into a power play, versus acknowledging and appreciating the attributes that the other brings to, that the one brings to the other. It's kind of like the battle between the ego and the self, and so. We can look at communication, which is difficult with the English language because there's so many words that mean so many different things. If people could learn to communicate, if people could learn to hear versus listen, to actually hear what people are trying to say. But then again, this takes effort. This takes a willingness to actually invest some time and patience and some understanding, some compassion, and all these other really big words to actually hear what somebody is saying. And sometimes you might want to, repeat in your own words what you hear somebody saying, and go from there. That's what the person intended for you to hear. If you're hearing something based on your own perspectives of your own upbringing, or the things that caused you to be what you are. We also have intent, where we have the people who, they come into a relationship. Are they intending to build a healthy, beautiful relationship? Or are they coming in to fuck with somebody's head because they're a fucking sociopath and use them? Using people can be more than just financial or materialistic crap. Some people get off on fucking with people's heads, which I find very disturbing that there are people like that out there, but hey, there's a place for everybody. I want to talk about the me, you, and we. And this is when you go into a relationship with somebody, or you go into a friendship with somebody, you go into a business agreement with somebody, you go into any kind of a thing with somebody, you have the person A, person B, and then there's a third entity always, which is the we. So you've got wheel one spinning, wheel one does what wheel one does, wheel two does what wheel two does, but when these two wheels come together, there all of a sudden is a third wheel. It's like putting your fingers together and looking and seeing you're holding, this third finger that's not really there, but it is there. So this third entity is where compromise comes in, because you want wheel A and wheel two, or wheel one and wheel two to work with each other versus stripping each other's gears. This is the we entity. This is the one where people actually work for something outside of themselves. This kind of goes with the United States. Everything that I'm talking about here kind of goes with the U.S., which the initials us, yeah. So the United States government lied to the people for the first time in like 1917, I believe it was, about tax laws. And it's just like my grandma says, you lie, and then you have to build another lie, and another lie, and another lie, and another lie, and you just have to keep lying to cover up the very first lie versus taking it on the back and just being honest. Because, as my grandma said, honesty is the best policy. You continue to build these lies, pretty soon you've got this huge house of cards that is going to come crumbling down. It's got to. And this could be the reality that somebody would build for themselves, would be a reality based on falsehoods. Eventually it has to come crumbling down, because how are you going to continue to live this false reality? I want to talk about men and women here. I want to talk about men's rights movement. And if you're not familiar with the men's rights movement, maybe you should be. Even women, feminists, the men's rights movement, the real men's rights movement, is what feminism started out to be in the first place, which is, equality and people working with each other's attributes. Or not even equality. People are not equal. People are, but everybody is people, and everybody should be treated humanely. So we have men and women who are supposed to work with each other and complement each other because we appreciate each other. And it's turned into this power play of, I'm in charge of you and you need to do this and that and the other thing. It's just turned into a very disgusting little cesspool of crap. I know, like in my relationship with my wife, who I love her, she's a beautiful woman, she's a wonderful lady, stuck with me through a lot. She didn't like making choices in the relationship, which left me making all of the choices, which, it wasn't very good because the we entity wasn't being used. Not like the major. There was times where my lady, my Misty, would put her foot down, and that's the way it was, and okay, so that's the way it was. But it wasn't like this power trip or domination thing, power play, whatever. Whereas with another relationship I had, there was nothing I could do. She had to be in control and left me feeling stripped of power, so fuck that too. People need to learn to complement each other because that's what we're here to do. We're not here to destroy each other. I wouldn't think. But if we look at men are from Mars, women are from Venus, we look at it from more than just a book. Look at it as two energies that have come together on this plane, this place, and we have created what? We have a beautiful planet, beautiful, trees, oceans, deserts. We have everything here on this planet, and what do? We fuck each other over because we're a bunch of egotistical fucks, and it's kind of disgusting. Rather than take the time to actually give a shit about each other, we just want to fuck each other over. And not all of us are like that. So if you watch Mythbusters, that one guy with the glasses, well, I guess a couple of them have glasses, but the skinny guy, he's got that shirt that says, I reject your reality and I substitute my own, and that's where I am right now. So I don't have to screw people over to get by in my day-to-day. I believe in people still. All you have to do is make the change, face your reflection, go through your process, and become a better person, because are you really the kind of person that you'd be proud to brag to yourself about? With that, everybody, if you can make sense of everything I just rambled out, then power to you. If not, peace, everybody. Have a great day.